Hey there everybody from YouTube. So 2 days later now, I'm working on this Sears st-12 and made a little bit of progress on it. I actually went online later on and knowing that this tractor needed some parts, I found some stuff and ended up bringing it home. So what you see now on the front is a much better condition snowblower for these Sears tractors. It's still not fully finished being put together. There's little tabs that would hold this on. It's just kind of sitting right now. Little tabs and screws on the bottom side. There's 3 of them that would hold that on. This is just loose right now, so I have yet to figure out what position that it's got to go in. And there's skid shoes that would go along on either side, and I took them off of the old blower. Now I'm kind of glad that I didn't use this blower. For one, there's a lot of play in the actual auger itself. It's actually started rubbing all the way around, and it's caused a bit of a lip on all of the surfaces here. So they're all jagged and sharp now, and that also means the back side of the blower in there has been rubbing and wearing itself thin, and it's pretty rusted. It's flaking out, and it's seen its use, I guess you could say. It's still good for parts. This is still nice and straight. It still spins pretty good. So I'll put this back up online for sale as parts. But I still have to get my 3 retainer pieces. There's 2 bolts on each one. And yeah, either way, I'm gonna have to fix that and put them on this one. And the skid shoes. I got the belt and the pulleys all figured out and lined up. The lift seems to lift it enough now. So I changed out some pieces in here that were pretty, the holes are supposed to be round, and they were like pretty egged out, I guess you could say, rounded out. So I switched some of the bracketry, picked the best out of everything that I had here and made that work. And then I sourced and found another nose cone, simply because this one is pretty ugly. It's usable, I guess, but you know, I want to try to make it look a little better. Even this bottom, you got a little piece of something in here that they riveted on because it's all cracked and broken, and same on that side. So where I picked the snowblower up from, the guy had a Sears SS18 that he was running it with. So these are the skid shoes. One's a little worn. It's pretty close to the end of its go, but I could patch that up with another piece of flat steel. The other one's not bad, so I got the pair of them. And then this is that lower grill. He threw it in with the deal, which was awesome of the guy, because those I'm sure aren't cheap. So that would end up going down in the base, something like that, and then I'll get the upper half with the hood, because he's got a really nice hood over there too. I'm gonna have to make a second trip out to get that. But where I picked the snowblowers and that piece from, he also threw in a set of the wheel weights. Unfortunately, they're the plastic ones that are filled with concrete, but you know, they're still wheel weights, so they'll go pretty much right back to where the old ones were, because this had wheel weights at some point in its life, but when I bought the tractor, it had an empty plastic wheel weight, and I didn't quite understand, because it's like, how is that empty? Normally when you fill them up, they're concrete, so I don't know how the guy emptied it out. And there's only one on this side. It was empty plastic, so that was no good. But at least now I got a matching set and the tire chains to go with it. There's all the rest of the lift mechanism and brackets to make all that work. And along with that came another snowblower for these Sears tractors. So this one he threw in because he was just trying to get rid of stuff, so I couldn't complain. Like I got everything for $100, so you know, I think I did all right. This one here, it's got some pretty heavy duty universal joints going on here for the turn shoot guy, and has a hydraulic, like a homemade hydraulic lift. And the way he was explaining, he had chains on either side here that would run up to that hook, and there's one on the other side, so they'd both run up into here. And he had a little hydraulic pump on the tractor, and that part he was telling me bolted on the hood somewhere, I guess in that lower grill piece, and that's what he was using to make his tractors blow snow. So what I'm most likely going to end up doing with this one is putting it back online, for one, try to sell it, because I don't need this many blowers. But the welds here, I'm going to try to zip cut as close as I can without damaging this, because I could cut the weld and then grind it flat, make it the same as this so it's all flush. Take this whole piece off, and I could use this little lift cylinder. It might not be the best, but you know, I'll make use of that, because whoever is going to end up buying this most likely won't have hydraulics on their tractor, because it's still got the manual lift on there. So I ended up taking some pieces off of it to make mine work. There would have been a cover which also helps hold tension on this chain, because it bolts down in here, and it also holds this from when the chain tension tightens up. This would torque down, right? So that whole plate holds this in place. So I got another one off that old rusted snowblower over there. I'm gonna put back on here. That way this is a complete unit. Try to sell this. So if anybody in southern Ontario is looking for a Sears snowblower, $100, and you could have that. And I'll throw in the other one, the shell that still has a good auger, and all the rest of the pieces. That way you got parts to keep this one going. This one here actually has pretty heavy bearings someone had put on the ends, and they made their own skid shoes. They're much larger and have a bigger footprint, which might actually be better. I was thinking about taking them off and putting on mine, but I'm going to fix mine and make my own anyway. So I'll leave this one as it is. So, yeah. But either way, in the meantime, I'm going to get that hood with the upper grill piece and get rid of all this black, ugly painted. Like, I tried to get the decals back, which I did, you know, which is great. But I don't know if it's worth the effort to go through all this since the whole front end is shot. Like I was saying, I found another whole hood, upper half and everything, for a relatively not too bad price. So hopefully next week I'll pick that up, put it on. That way it makes the tractor look that much better, because that looks really bad, I'll be honest. Yeah, it's pretty homemade looking. So all in all, I think this will be actually a halfway decent unit when it's all said and done. The engine runs great. I changed the oil, let it run first for like 15 minutes, then I changed the oil, drained it out. It wasn't that bad, but put new stuff in it. Next is the wiring and the battery. Clean up the whole thing. And tire chains and weights, put them on. And then we're going to wait for some snow first, test it out, make sure it works. And I think I'll put this one back up for sale once I'm all done with it. That way it's operational. But we'll see, because as time progresses and as I keep working on it, I'm growing an attachment to it, just like most of my other tractors. So yeah, I don't know. I can't say for sure yet if I'm keeping this one or if it's going to go. But I really don't need more tractors, so we shall see. But either way, till the next time, guys. I'm running short on time here on the video. It's flashing on me, so I gotta let you go. But I'll keep another update video coming as I make more progress. So till the next time, have a good one and stay safe. Bye bye.